just joining our channel, please do subscribe, share, like, and hit the notification button. On a quicker note, what we tend to discuss yesterday before the interruption of the network, we are talking about the preparedness in topic proposal defense, because this has to do with the project actually. And we said we need to consider four key areas. That is the topic, the problem statement, the aim and objective, and finally the methodology. In doing this, uh, if we are talking about the topic, we are talking about understanding the area you're carrying out your research on it. And in doing this, let's assume your topic has to do with something like a football. Maybe you are trying to predict the performance of a goalkeeper in EPL for a certain season. So you know definitely your work is going to be centered on only football and then more probably soccer, and has to do with goalkeepers. So here what you are asked to do, no matter what, you should centralize your focus, or your focus should be centered on football and then goalkeepers. Then finally, you are also to concentrate on the algorithms that you are going to use in analyzing or predicting the performance of this certain goalkeeper. So you are expected to convince the panel that you have really understand the concept related to your research topic. And at the end of the day, you state the impact of your topic to the field of study. That is for the topic understanding. So moving forward, we have the statement of problem or problem identification. What problem do you really identify in this goalkeeper's prediction? So certainly you have come across in the previous in the work of the previous scholars that they try to use a certain model which probably is not uh, performing what is expected, or in the kind of method evaluation used by hook or crook, you should be able to convince the panel that the work you're carrying out would supersede the existing system. That is just in short of this. And you should also be able to at least uh, try to cut off or to at least identify a scholar, maybe saying Bamanga et al., or in the work carried out by Bamanga et al. In 20 this and that. So in their work of um, football prediction or EPL prediction, they have tried to use something or certain data set, and they could not be able to do this. So no matter what, just try to bring a lapses of the previous system related to a previous scholar, and at the end of the day, you should also state what your proposed program or problem will be able to at least going to solve. So with that, you are going to have your full mark. Nobody will deny you. Then the third one is uh, aim and objective. In the aim and objective, we know your aim always reflect your topic. Now let's assume the topic again is still remain goalkeeper's performance, or predicting goalkeeper's performance, or analyzing goalkeeper's performance in EPL. So definitely your topic, your aim here is going to be develop, or the aims of my research is to develop a framework or a data-driven framework that can be able to analyze or predict the performance of goalkeepers in EPL. With that, you are done. You might decide to add the impact of your project at the end of the paragraph there, or you just leave it like that. It's okay. Then the objective, your objective is always the processes in which you can follow in order to achieve this your aim. And your objective should always reflect, or should always be in a smart form. What I mean by a smart form here in research is that it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should be also reliable, and then time bound. So here you need to be specific, like what exactly are you trying to do? So we are talking about goalkeeper's performance. This certainly going to deal with a data set. So maybe you are going to stay to gather the data set, or 5 years data set in EPL, and to pre-process the data. Or after number one, setting that you are going to gather the data set, then number two, you are going to pre-process the data. Probably in number three, you may decide to say that you are going to design the proposed system using certain UMLs, using certain structure system analysis and design methodology, using certain algorithms. So going forward, you might decide to say that you are going to implement your work using certain algorithms. That is, you're going to develop or implement the proposed system using probably naive bias, decision tree, adaptive boosting, or other bootstrap aggregating. So all sort of algorithms, just try to at least state them. So in number 3, you might decide to say that you're going to integrate the system. So using certain parameters. So here you might decide to use the accuracy, the F1 score, the recall, and what have you if you're in machine learning. So if you're in software implementation, integrating the system by stating that you are going to integrate the system by connecting or using probably a PHP to have a linkage or integrate your back end with the front end and so on and so forth. No matter what, in doing this, try to at least shows that the panel that you are not cramming, you know the fields you are embarking your studies on it, and then you have the full mark. Then also you might decide to say that you are going to compare the performance of these algorithms. If you're on machine learning, if you're on implementation, you can software implementation, you might decide to say that you are going to at least test the system using a live data, or test the system on your local server and the rest. That is for the aim and objective. So you see, with this one, we are very specific on what we are going to do, and we have measures. And also, we know that these objectives are achievable, are not something that you are bringing in without a tangible way of achieving them. So that is for the aim and objective. Then we have methodology. Your methodology is always going to state or going to show a clear process or procedure in which you can follow in order to achieve your objective, not the aim now. In order to achieve your objective, each and every objective of yours should be clearly stated here in the methodology that you are going to achieve. Number 1, probably you are going to have a system design. Try to showcase that in the system, in the existing system. Try to at least convince that the existing system you are trying to improve, they use certain methods, and with that they are lagging behind with something. So also try to at least show that your proposed system, you are going to adapt a certain design. Maybe in the design that you are going to embark, you are going to take on one of the structured system analysis and design methodology in software engineering. Maybe waterfall, maybe agile, maybe spiral spring, any other structured analysis designs you can be able to state. And in doing that, you don't know where to be asked. No matter what, maybe if you're taking waterfall, you are going to have the requirement, you are going to have the analysis. If someone asks you, what are the requirements now related to your system, you should be able to at least state those requirements. What requires your system to be in place? What requires your system to function? Analysis, what kind of analysis are you trying to conduct? Are you trying to carry out? The design. In the design here under this, you might state one or two of the UMLs, that is Unified Modeling Language, you are going to embark on. If it is a use case, if it is a sequence, if it is activity diagram, despite in disparity of the fields you are embarking on, all these UMLs are applicable to them. If you are embarking on machine learning, is applicable, because no matter what, a user or an admin will be able to interact with this system. The same thing, software implementation, the same thing, embedded system. You should be able to show that clearly this is how your system is interacting. That is all about UMLs. It's showing the interaction between the user and the system, or the admin and the system, or the user and the admin on the system. That is what it's showing. So you should be able to also indicate that. Then you state your development tools. What are the tools you are going to use in the development during implementing this your project? So probably you need WAMP or XAMPP, you need SQLs, you need certain framework for the implementation of software. For the machine learning, maybe you need certain libraries. State the libraries, don't hide any. You need a certain framework, state the setting with the framework, and then you need a particular programming language to do that. You also state it to the panels that you are going to use these development tools in order to achieve your objective. So your source of data is also important. So you see, that's what bring about what achieving that objective number one of gathering data. So here you are going to state where you are going to source your data. Is it going to be primary? Is it going to be secondary? So you should also go and learn how what is this primary data related to your field of study, what is the secondary data related to your field of study. So this is in short, this is how you go about defending your topic, so which is going to convince the panels that you know what you're doing, you know the inside of the project you're carrying out. So in conclusion, please, on that day you are expected not just to not to hold any paper. So it means everything that you're going to say should come as a substance of your understanding to the field of research you are embarking on. So you should also arrange your flow. It shouldn't be that you're just taking it as a topic by topic. So because this is a we call it a cheat code. You're going to just say your topic is this, and that, and you've tried to identify this problem and this, and you're going to be using this method and that method, and that's all about your topic presentation. You have it successful, you have your complete mark. Nobody will deny you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Remain blessed.